This season hasn't been what Bayer Leverkusen wanted it to be. Last year, they finished third in the Bundesliga, qualified for the Champions League, and spirits were definitely high. However, at the time of recording, they have been eliminated from the Champions League in the group stages, and they currently sit 8th in the Bundesliga, rapidly losing touch with the top 4 as the season progresses. So we're going to employ Mr. Rebuild and do a complete 180 on this season. Let's go ahead and rebuild Bayer Leverkusen. It has been an absolute hot minute since I have done anything with Bayer Leverkusen for the channel, so it is nice to be taking them over. But there are definitely a few key areas that I want to improve on this year, because I genuinely think with a couple of tweaks, we should be getting Champions League football season after season after season. First thing I'm going to do though is convert Piero Hincapi to a left back. It says it's going to take 22 weeks to do that, which is ridiculous because last squad update, he was literally a left back. Are you trying to tell me that he's forgotten everything he knows about being a left back and it's going to take 22 weeks for him to remember? I don't know, man. It does my head in. I really want to come out of the gate swinging though and signal our intent to the rest of the Bundesliga that we mean business and get a marquee signing in Leroy Sané. Can we get him across from Bayern Munich and really shake up the division this year? Bayern Munich are going to accept our initial offer of £45 million. That is brilliant. If we manage to get him in Leverkusen colors, I'm going to be super happy. Bang! Just like that, one day later, Leroy Sané accepts our contract offer. That is a monumental start to life at Bayer Leverkusen. Leroy Sané taking the number 7 jersey. Welcome to Bayer Leverkusen. We're making the business happen real quick here though, lads. Charles Aranguiz is going to be the first player out of the club as the Chilean defensive midfielder is headed to Wolfsburg. We've really got a young core of talent at this squad that is remarkably strong, but the thing is we need a lot of time for some of them to grow. Noah and Bamba falls under this, an absolute wonder kid stud. We're going to send him on a 2-year loan move to Copenhagen. A massive transfer here though, selling one of our starting 11 star players. Robert Andrich is headed to AC Milan. We did get £32.5 million for the German's signature. Another player being loaned out though, Joshua Eze off to Cluj for the year. This might get me in a little bit of trouble, but I have decided to part ways with Kareem Bellarabi. I know he has been at the club for a very long time, but £9.7 million for a backup right midfielder who's 32 years of age. I just can't turn that down early in the career mode. And we've got to remember the old school rule. Don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. If we can make every big German team just that little bit weaker and make our team just that little bit stronger, I would be quite happy, which is why we're going to go in here. Again, another statement signing, trying to sign Julian Brandt from Borussia Dortmund. 82 rated, 26-year-old attacking midfielder. We say 37, they say 38.6. I'm going to be a tight ass and say 37.6 because I can see the tension is at a low green and they are going to accept that offer. Adli is an absolute stud of a prospect here at Leverkusen, but I have decided to send the Frenchman off to Ajax on a 2-year loan move. If he's going to get good development anywhere, it's bound to be Ajax. And there we go, lads. We get it over the line and get another top quality German talent here. Julian Brandt, it just looks right to have you in Bayer Leverkusen colors. I mean, the man has played 165 games for Leverkusen, so it's only right that he returns back to us. The loans continue though as the Dutch defender Michel Bakker is off to Real Sociedad. Someone that I'm definitely not going to be selling though in this rebuild is going to be Florian Wirtz. This kid is a stud. I've blocked offers for him. AC Milan as well literally tried to sell our own player back to us in Robert Andrich. What are they thinking? You're not slick, Milan. You're not slick. That is not a 4,000 IQ play. Gonna part ways with Dali Sint-Graven as well here as the Dutch defender is headed back to the Netherlands. And we're also gonna be saying goodbye to Nicholas Lohm, who is off to the Turkish league for £890,000. But there we go, lads. That is the opening window in charge of Leverkusen. As you can see, I've changed up the formation a little bit to have Wirtz and Brandt as our 2 attacking midfielders. Leroy Sané and Diaby as the left midfielder and right midfielder is ridiculous. And Palacios is in the center midfield role. Hopefully he can have some solid growth in this first year. But I'm really hoping we can have some solid performances on the park. Top 4 in the Bundesliga is the goal every season here. And of course we are in the Champions League for season 1. Let's see if we can eclipse what Leverkusen did in real life. They finished 3rd in real life. Let's see if we can actually get out of Group B. Not only did we do better than Leverkusen did in real life, we have have walked the group. Absolutely walked it. A donut in the loss column. We double Atletico Madrid's point total, and we have topped Group B and are headed into the round of 16. That is a phenomenal start. Only conceded 4 goals in the group stages as well. Regardless though, in the round of 16, we're going to be versing Juventus. That is a massive opponent. In fact, all the teams I would say in this last 16 are absolute class. So far, so good in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich down in 7th. We currently sit in 3rd position though, but I really want to continue improving the squad here in January. Good news as well, we can officially change Piero Hincapié to a left back. He's a 79 rated centre back and he stays a 79 rated left back, but that is still a good start. I really want to continue working on the squad in this window, but I really need some money to do so, which is why we've made 2 massive transfers already. The first of which is for Amiri. He's headed to Sevilla. And on the very same day, we've decided to sell Karim Demirbay to Arsenal here. The German centre midfielder headed to the Emirates for £19.5 million. Just about nobody is safe in this team. Unless, of course, your name is Florian Wirtz. And there we go. We've got ourselves a new starting shot stopper, Andre Onana, Cameroon's World Cup villain, I guess you could say. He was sent home because he didn't want to adapt his play style. You know what, Andre? You can play the way you want to play at Bayer Leverkusen with Mr. Rebuild in charge. Mr. Rebuild is a man of the people. Of course, Lucas Hiradecky is the starting goalkeeper and the club captain, but we need to think in the future. He's 33 years of age right now. I don't want to sell him. I'm happy for him to be our backup keeper, but we needed that upgrade in between the sticks. Let's get Pence in the reserves. Oh my God, our squad numbers are dwindling. I really have loaned out and sold a lot of players. All right, here we go. It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Round of 16 time, and we really have a good barometer to see where we're sitting at. We've got Juventus in the Champions League round of 16, the away leg here at the Allianz. Are we going to get ourselves off to a good start, or are we going to be humbled? They signed Pedri. Not in a million years would I allow Barcelona. I could not see Barcelona allowing that to happen. Regardless though, the first leg on the road comes back as a win for us. We get dominated in the shots department, but we are clinical, and it is Diaby in the 85th minute giving us the lead against Juventus. Come on. I mean, I don't know why I seem surprised. We literally haven't lost a game in the Champions League all year. We are not home by any stretch of the imagination, but we do have the lead here against Juventus. Can we keep our undefeated Champions League season alive? This for a spot in the quarterfinals. The scoreline is going to be a 2-2 draw. Jonathan Tah is going to send us to the Champions League quarterfinals in the 88th minute. Imagine the scenes. Oh God, lads, it doesn't get any easier, does it? We have got Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. We've already got one big scalp under Juventus, but this could be the biggest scalp of all. Full strength starting 11 out on the park here for leg number 1. We are at home for the first leg. No away leg up first. They've got a very strong side here, Real Madrid. Lucas Vazquez playing right back, which is quite a giggle, but here we go. Can Schick, Wirtz and co step up for us in the first leg against Madrid? The scoreline is a 3-2 loss. Benzema getting himself a brace, and we are now facing some adversity. That's our first loss in the Champions League all year. Come on, let's show that we have some cojones. Let's pull off a massive upset here, walking into the belly of the beast, the Santiago Bernabeu. 3-2 down. Can we step up and get ourselves a remarkable result to get us to a Champions League semi-final? Come on, Leverkusen. Come on, Leverkusen. Oh my God, Tapsoba had the chance to tie it. Why is Edmund Tapsoba taking our penalties? What? Unless he's got some crazy penalty stat. Why has he taken a penalty? Regardless though, we're eliminated in the quarterfinals to Real Madrid in a heartbreaker. We were unable to make a push for the Bundesliga title here in the second half of the season, lads, but we have fortunately finished 3rd where we were on the 1st of January, and we are going to be playing Champions League football once again in season number 2. It is just music to my ears and a beautiful sight to behold to see Bayern Munich finishing 6th. That is a big team that's not going to be in our way next year in the Champions League. Rolling down the Bundesliga table, the relegated side Schalke, Bochum and Stuttgart are in the playoff game. RB Leipzig did take down Union Berlin to win DFB Pokal, and Stuttgart will be surviving in the Bundesliga. They have taken down Nuremberg in the relegation playoffs. An El Clasico Champions League final, which saw Barcelona winning on penalties. No! Oh, piss off FIFA. Oh, here I was, so excited that Bayern Munich finished 6th, and they go and win the bloody Europa League, so they're going to be playing Champions League football next season regardless. Meanwhile, it's Villarreal taking down Dinamo Kiev to win the Conference League. I swear they're always winning the Conference League in season 1. Very strong first season here though for Patrick Schick. 18 goals, 2 assists. Lozek getting a lot of game time. I've had him on the bench, so he's really been impressing coming off the bench. Leroy Steine, we expected this though from him. Very happy to have him in the squad. Only player we will be saying goodbye to at the end of this season is the young goalkeeper Maximilian Nutgens. 59 rated. I could go get myself a free agent that's higher rated than him like that. I really want to turn us into a contender this year. We showed last year we had the foundations to go deep in the Champions League, and as you can see, the board have given us a decent amount of money, so I want to put that to the best use possible. I want to go for a midfield general to start off the season. Let's talk to Xavi and see if we can get the midfielder Frank Yannick Kessie. They want 63.7, which is too much for me to be totally honest. Let's say 55.7. They roll over so quickly. Xavi accepts it. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we kick off season 2 with an absolute belter of a buy here. Frank Yannick Kessie, the Ivory Coast midfielder, is going to continue our transformation into one of Europe's biggest clubs. It's going to take, that's annoying, it's going to take 232 weeks to convert him from a CDM to a center midfielder. What if he goes to a, yeah, it takes half the time. I might as well just make him our new center back. Another player that I am blocking transfer offers though is for Edmund Tapsoba. He's developing into such a quality player. We've got these young players like Tapsoba and Wirtz that I'm just protecting with everything I've got. Someone I'm not protecting though with everything I've got is Patrick Pence. This guy, I'm more than happy for him to go to Monaco. This guy's biggest fan in real life. Met him, wasn't a great bloke, I'm gonna leave it at that, but Aymeric Laporte is going to be our target here at the center back role. 87 rated. I have not used this guy in a hot minute. Let's see if we can get him to the Bundesliga. The chief executive said 64 and Pep Guardiola is gonna say 68, but I reckon we can get him down to that 64 million marker with the green tension in the top right corner. They say 65. I can live with that. Let's go get ourselves Aymeric Laporte into this Leverkusen team. This window has been a dream so far. I hope all the clubs around Europe are taking notice that us making the quarterfinals last year wasn't a fluke. It's about to become a trend. Regardless though, Aymeric Laporte, welcome to Bayer Leverkusen. New season, still doing loan moves. Ayman Azil is headed to Vincent Kompany's, but only for the year. We're also going to be saying goodbye to the Russian shot stopper Andrei Lunev, who is off to relegation battling Stuttgart for 2.5 mil. And it's another loan move here for Ayman Uria, who is off to Real Oviedo. Does anyone remember back in like 2014, 2015 when Real Oviedo were like super hyped? Shout out Spencer FC. I'm pretty sure I'm like technically a co-owner of Bayer Leverkusen because I bought stocks in them back in the day. So technically I partially own a football club in Spain. So after our second window in charge, starting this second season, this is how the starting 11 now looks, and it is a strong team. We've surely got to be in the conversation for the Champions League this year. Do I think we can win the Champions League? Maybe. We're going to have to really step up. We should be getting back to where we were last year. Need players like Tapsoba, Hincapie, Frimpong to all kind of lift again, because for me, my goal in a rebuild, and maybe you guys can use this when you do your own rebuilds, I try to get every player in the starting 11 85 or higher. Once I have players 85 or higher in the starting 11, I feel like 1,000 times more confident about my chances. Regardless though, here is our Champions League group for this second season, and it is a very balanced group. Roma, Benfica, and Union from Belgian League, I believe it is. We're gonna have to make sure we're locked in because I know for a fact Roma and Benfica, they are quality in career mode. But lads, if you are enjoying today's video and you're not already subscribed, make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are like that close to 450,000 subscribers, so help us get there. Nah, are you actually taking the piss? We are eliminated from the Champions League in the bloody group stages. Last year, we didn't lose a single game in the group stages. This year, we still finished with 10 points, but our group was just so strong and so balanced that we get 10 points and finish third, which means we are in the Europa League preliminary rounds and we're versing Derry City. Derry City, are you taking the piss? That is funny. We've done so well in the Bundesliga in comparison to our Champions League run. We're currently top of the league, and I've got to say, we need to be pushing for the Bundesliga title this year. But this race is so tight. I mean, there is 6 points between us and falling out of the Bundesliga title, like top 4. Our season really hangs on a balance. We have fallen fallen short of the Bundesliga title by 1 bloody point. 1 point. Leipzig are champions of Germany this season for everybody. Look, this is a low-scoring league. So many draws across the board, but we're in the Champions League again in Season 3. Let's not get grouped this time. It is an accomplishment to finish ahead of Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund this year, but regardless, as we scroll down the table, it is Darmstadt and Augsburg automatically going down. Stuttgart don't even have to go in the playoff game this year. I'm happy for them. It's Hamburg in the playoff game. Wolfsburg are going to take down Union Berlin to win DFB Pokal, and it is going to be Schalke taking down Hamburg to get themselves back up into the Bundesliga. Absolutely romped Juventus to win the Champions League this year. And we're going to get our first piece of silverware as Bayer Leverkusen gaffer. We have won the Europa League this season. That gives me so much confidence. Derry City by the skin of our teeth 4-3. Round of 16, we beat Sevilla. We beat Sevilla 3-2. Quarterfinals, we beat Dinamo Kiev 6-3. And in the semis, we thumped Dortmund 4-1, then taking down Salzburg in the Europa League final. That's very nice to see. A consolation, I would have rather win the Champions League, but it's still nice. Meanwhile, it is Tottenham who are winning the Conference League. Another phenomenal season though for Patrick Schick. 19 goals to his name. Sane out to an 87. Diaby though, he is the star player on this team. 89 rated. If we could get him up to the 90s next year, I'll be very happy. So season 2 was definitely a roller coaster for us this year. But we've got to put all of our eggs into one basket and have a deep attempt at the Champions League in season 3. I want to sign a striker that is going to get us 25, 30 goals a year. Patrick Schick has gotten us 18 goals and 19 goals respectively. But if we want to take that next step, I think we need to upgrade. Lautaro Martinez is the man that I want. We've got 140 million pounds from the board, and I want to spend a large chunk of it to get the Argentinian striker to Leverkusen. Xavi, you've stepped the line. No way am I giving you Florian Wirtz. I kind of rate the ambition. There is no way you're getting Wirtz. Let's say 120 million. It's cash only. Let's say 126. All right, I'm going to be a little cheeky here. Try saving as much as we can because I still want to do some other business to the squad. 123. Sure, Xavi, you can have an extra £1 million, mate. Get in there. What a start to the season. He's got his suit on. Everybody's hyped. And will Lautaro Martinez prove to be the man that can get us over the hump and to a Champions League title? Giving him the number 10 jersey, Mr. Rebuild with that big shit-eating grin on his face. But Lautaro Martinez, what a man. Welcome to Bayer Leverkusen. We are going to be saying goodbye though to a man that was formerly our second string striker. Now he would have been our fourth string. So it is going to be the Iranian striker, Sardar Azmoun, departing the club for Ajax. Man City, I mean, this isn't too bad of an offer to be fair, but Man City wanting Leroy Sané back. They want to give us Bernardo Silva. You had your chance with him, Pep. You had your chance. And we're going to roll with another loan move here for Joshua Eze, who's off to Middlesbrough, linking up with Michael Carrick for the year. Going to sign a backup right midfield option here. It's going to be Emiliano Buendia, our second Argentinian signing of the transfer window. He's going to sign up from Aston Villa here for £21.4 million. His value's gone up, so I'm happy about that. Welcome to Leverkusen, mate. This team's looking really good. I swear, if we get grouped again, I might lose my mind. If we don't get out of our group this year with this good of a team, this team is good enough to win the Champions League, in my opinion. Surely, we're not going to get grouped again. Even our reserves are so strong. Come on, Leverkusen. Let's step up when it matters. Are you kidding me? Nah, that's got to be a piss take. That has got to be a piss take. We've got essentially the same group as last year. We're in Group D again. We've got Roma and Benfica again. Nah, I'm getting a cold sweat. Back to winning ways in the Champions League. Brilliant, cool, top of the league. We actually finished better this year than we did in season 1. 5 wins. Meanwhile, Roma have had an absolute stinker. Mourinho, what is doing? In the round of 16 though, we're gonna be right in the thick of the action as we're gonna be facing Arsenal. Arsenal in the round of 16. Need to pull our fingers out domestically though. We currently sit 5th in the Bundesliga. We're slowly pulling away from the title race. place. But the thing is, the draws, just like last year, the draws are killing us, lads. Killing us. Oh, these draws are going to be the death of me. I'm definitely cautious about this one, but I'm also excited to see just what this team can do here. We've got Arsenal in the round of 16. The first leg is away in North London at the Emirates Stadium. They are rolling with a very interesting team. Rob Holding in there. Balogun, Reece Nielsen, they've signed Bruno Guadamares, or Guadamares, however you pronounce it, from Newcastle. This is a weird Arsenal team, but here we go, the first leg on the road. It's a 2-1 win. Lozek comes off the bench and is going to give us a lead headed into the second leg. A massive blow though for this second leg. Julian Brandt is going to be out for a bruised rib injury, just 9 days, but it's going to fall during this Champions League second leg. So it's going to be an opportunity for the young fella Lozek to come in and play in the starting 11. I did not realize how well he was progressing behind the scenes. He's 85 rated, where I don't want to say we're barely going to miss Julian Brandt, but this is probably the best position behind striker that we could have had an injury in. All right, here we go. We've got the advantage. It's only a narrow one, but it is an advantage nonetheless. Second leg, they've got Trossard playing striker. Fair enough. Can we get ourselves past Arsenal into the quarterfinals? Yes, we do. We do it with ease. Lautaro Martinez getting a goal, Lozek getting a goal, and Fabian Florian Wirtz getting himself a goal as well. Oh, Lord, give me strength. I mean, I suppose to be the best, you've got to beat the best. But we're versing PSG. We're versing PSG. Neymar, Mbappe, Messi and co. One of the best teams in world football, especially on FIFA. We've got PSG. All right, bring it on. And to add insult to injury, we're without Emerick Laporte for this first leg. To be totally honest, my game plan for this first leg is to just keep ourselves in the tie in the second leg. I'm trying to get a draw in this game. If we get a win, awesome. I don't know who Okafor is, but regardless, trying to get ourselves at least a manageable second leg. The first leg here against PSG. It's a 2-1 win. Oh my God, Mbappe managed to score. No, Lautaro Martinez got red carded in the 15th minute. A straight red card, and we still beat them. That is a weird first leg, but we've got a narrow advantage against PSG. So Laporte is back in the starting 11 for this second leg, but we of course have Schick starting up top, which isn't a bad thing. 87 rated. I can live with that, but we've got a 2-1 lead here against PSG. We were eliminated in Season 1 in the quarterfinals. Can we get past it here in Season 3 against PSG? And we do! It might just be a draw, but it is enough. Schick and Lozek are the men that score and are going to get us through to a Champions League semi-final. That's a strong looking Final Four. That is a very strong looking Final Four. Regardless of who we got drawn up against, it was going to be a challenge. But we've got Liverpool here in the Champions League semi-final. It's quite ironic that literally the other semi-final leg are the two teams we faced in Season 1. Got to come out of the gates swinging here, lads. Got to come out of the gates swinging. We're at Anfield for the first leg. This Liverpool team, it is really strong. Arroyo is their centre half, but they got Vardiol at left back, Nicolas Sula, Goretzka, Bentancur. They've done a massive makeover to this Liverpool midfield. But here we go, the first leg away at Anfield, and the scoreline is a 2-2 draw. It is all going to be left on the table in the second leg in Leverkusen. These are the moments we dream of, lads. These are the moments we dream of. Who can be our hero? Who can be the hero here? The second leg, everything hangs in the balance. They've brought in Norris for Vardiol. I think Vardiol might have been suspended because I remember him getting a yellow card in that first leg. But, oh my God, come on. Let's get ourselves through to a Champions League final in front of our hometown supporters. The scoreline against Liverpool is a 2-1 win. Mo Salah is going to have mad head noise because he's missed a penalty in the 86th minute. Lautaro Martinez and Ezequiel Palacios getting us through to a Champions League final here in Season 3. Come on! They are the team that eliminated us in heartbreaking fashion in Season number 1. And now we get our chance for revenge on the biggest stage of it all. It is Bayer Leverkusen taking on Real Madrid. Taking a look around the grounds. Hey, our former Iranian striker is going to be a Europa League winner 2 years in a row. Meanwhile, Fenerbahce take down AC Milan to win a star-studded Conference League final. We have finished in 3rd position here in the Bundesliga. Our slow start to the season really cost us, but at least, again, Champions League football in Season 4. Scrolling down the table, though, the relegated side, Schalke are they're the definition of a yo-yo club right now. We do add a DFB Pokal title to the trophy cabinet, though, taking down Freiburg to win that one 2-0. The relegation playoff game is going to be played after the Champions League final, so I'm really hoping we don't ever find out the winner of that. And of course, after playing in the Europa League last year, or winning the Europa League last year, we had the Super Cup at the start of the season, where unfortunately we lost to Man City. Lautaro Martinez has done exactly what I wanted him to do when I signed him. Get ourselves 25 to 30 goals in a year and help us reach a Champions League final. Can we complete the prophecy? Let's find out. Also, I do find it quite ironic that Frank Yannick Kessie still has 47 weeks until he can become a centre midfielder. Cheesy, eh? Makes total sense. It is a rainy night here at the San Siro. The rain is coming down, but let's hope that we're showering ourselves in champagne along with rain at the end of this game. Damn, this is great footy being played here to start the second half. Leroy Sané going short to Julian Brandt. Oh, it's a terrible touch. Oh no, now they're on the counter attack. Valverde going back. Nah, don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Oh my God. The whole time it just felt like our players had their feet stuck in the mud. Gonna go there to Frimpong. That's nice. Come on. Need somebody. Go back to Julian Brandt. It's gonna go here to Wirtz. Wirtz outside of the boot. What a save from Thibaut Courtois. Yeah, that's a great ball. Wirtz, make the back post run. Luzic scores. Come on, off the bench. It's his first touch in the game. Oh my God, I was getting so frustrated, like genuinely like about to punch a hole in the wall type of rage. Not that I actually would do that, but we're headed to extra time. Playing the ball around here, lads, just looking for the right opportunity. Sane, they were drawn in the right back there. It's Hincapi going, feed it to Martinez. Martinez is gonna score it. Let's go. I was debating internally whether I squared it to Florian Wirtz, but we had to go for it there with, oh my God, Lautaro Martinez. And we've got the lead. There is still so much time in extra time, but we have taken the lead here. Oh, it's got to be a foul. They've got the ball still, though. Nah, Harry Kane, don't do me like this. What a save, Onana. Harry Kane almost equalized there. The keeper is up. I repeat, the keeper is up. They send it to Courtois, headed from Sane. Get there first, please, go. Oh, I wanted to just run and try shooting that one away. Keep the pressure up, though. Blow the whistle, referee. Blow the whistle. Nah, don't do me like this. 120th minute, Harry Kane, step overs galore. Puts it, cleared away from Laporte. Cleared away, and the referee is gonna blow the full-time whistle. Oh, that was a stressful final. That final has aged me about 2.5 years there, lads. I can feel a couple more grey hairs growing, but we have successfully rebuilt Bayer Leverkusen. Originally, it was Julian Brandt with the captain's armband, but when he got substituted, Kessie took the armband, and that is going to give him the honor of lifting the Champions League trophy here for Bayer Leverkusen. Lads, if you enjoyed today's Leverkusen rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.